In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the valve cover on this Audi A4. This vehicle has the 2.0 liter turbocharged engine, and it's going to be located under the hood on top of the engine. Let's get into it. We're going to disconnect the battery. You may have a cover over here. You want to remove that cover. This vehicle does not. Use a 10mm wrench. Loosen up the negative. And take the terminal off and set it aside. Take these two screws out. Use a Phillips head screwdriver. We can grab the air intake, pull that out. This separates right here. Just pull this up. It may clip in a little bit. This one came out easy. I'm going to remove this cover. Just get underneath and just pull it straight up. Just push it in with grommets. Using a T20 socket, take these two screws out. I'm going to use a pick just underneath the clip. Slide the connectors off for the coils. You kind of have to do them all kind of at once. Pull those off. Set that wiring harness aside. Grab the coils. Just wiggle them back and forth. Pull those up. It's a good idea to mark them, which coil goes where. Just put them back the same way they came out. Using a straight blade screwdriver, I'm going to loosen up this worm clamp. Your vehicle might not have a worm clamp here. You might have one of these pinch clamps. You just take a pick or a screwdriver, get in between there, and just hammer that. You can spread it. Normally you're going to have to replace it with a worm clamp. It makes it easier. So loosen that up. And this hose right here, just going to use some needle nose pliers, take that clamp, slide that down, out of the way. And just using some hose pliers, just going to slide that hose off, out of the way. This hose we're going to take off once the valve cover comes off. Using a T30 socket, we're going to take these two timing belt cover bolts out. Pull that out. And this cover, you can pull the cover out if you want, or just slide it forward. And we'll disconnect this hose, just push on the two tabs, slide that off. And further back, we're going to take this hose off. I'm just going to push the locks. As you squeeze it, the two sides come out, or it's latched on. Do the same over here. Take that hose off, so when you squeeze that, you can see the two clips go to the side. I'm going to take this pipe off. There is a clip holding it on. I'm just going to use a pick, just get under the clip, pop that up, and then there's a clip underneath. I'm just going to push down underneath. Pop that off, out of the way. I'm going to remove the screws holding the valve cover on. I'm going to use a T30 socket. Loosen those up. It is caged, so it's going to stay with the valve cover. All right, those are all loose. Now I'm just going to use a trim tool, just get between the valve cover and the head. Just pry it up a little bit. There we go. That's off, and then we're just going to take it off the hose right there. Just twist it back and forth a little bit. There we go. And it comes right off. Now we're going to clean up under the valve cover. I'm just going to use a razor blade. Just scrape any excessive gasket. Now just using a rag and some brake parts cleaner, just clean up the surface area. All right, that's good. Now we're going to swap this over to the new valve cover. I'm going to use a T20 socket. Take these screws out. Slide that off. Take the oil cap off. Just twist, slide it out. Now take this piece, we're just going to wipe it off with a rag. Just clean it up a little bit. Line this up. Put the screws in, get those started. And snug those down. You can go back and double check, make sure they're tight. Yep, those are good. And the bottom already has a gasket on it. If yours doesn't, put the gasket on. Take the valve cover, slide it onto this hose. Get it all lined up. Now we're gonna just get all the bolts started. Now start tightening the screws down. Now we're going to torque these in sequence, starting in the middle. This is 1 to 88 inch-pounds, and 2 is going to be further back. 3 is going to be up top. 4 is right in the middle. 5 up top. 6 in the back. 7 back in the middle. 8 in the back. 9 in the front. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Now we'll put these pipes back, get these lined up, lock that in place. Now take this hose, line this up. Just going to put a little silicone on the O-ring and line that up. Lock it down. That's good. And take the 2 front cover bolts, get those started. Snug those down. And take the worm clamp, we'll tighten that down. Take the other hose. Push that onto the valve cover. Move the hose clamp. Take the coils. Make sure you put the ones you numbered in the correct spots. Connector, line the connectors up. Click those in place. And take the screws, get the screws started. Snug those down. Yeah, put the engine cover on top, push that down, take the air intake, we'll line it up. Put the screws in. Snug these down. Take the negative cable, attach it to the battery, and snug it down. It's good.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.